Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the world of valuable and rare coins. On Top 1 today, we're taking a closer look at an American classic, the United States 5-cent coin, also known as the 1957 nickel. This coin may seem like everyday pocket change, but there are special versions of this little nickel that could be worth far more than you think. Stick around to find out if you might have one of these rare treasures, and at the end of the video, we'll reveal just how much a single 1957 nickel could be worth if it meets the right conditions. Let's get started. Let's rewind to 1957. It was a time of post-war prosperity in the United States, with families settling into suburban life, classic cars filling the streets, and rock and roll music taking over the airwaves. This was also a time when the American nickel was just as essential as it is today, used in everything from vending machines to everyday purchases. The 1957 nickel, part of the long-running Jefferson series, was minted during this period of American growth, representing more than just currency. It's a little piece of history. The Jefferson nickel design, created by artist Felix Schlag, first appeared in 1938 to honor one of America's founding fathers and the third president, Thomas Jefferson. Known for his role in drafting the Declaration of Independence and for the Louisiana Purchase, Jefferson's face on the nickel is a powerful symbol of America's ideals and growth. The coin's design has stood the test of time, and today, certain rare editions of the 1957 nickel have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Let's take a closer look at this classic design. On the obverse, front, side of the coin, you'll find a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson. Above him are the words, "In God We Trust," a motto that reflects the values of the nation. The word liberty sits to the left, with the date 1957 on the right. Jefferson's image has become iconic on this coin, representing his lasting impact on American history. On the reverse, back side, you'll see Jefferson's beautiful estate, Monticello. This architectural marvel is depicted in great detail, with the word Monticello below it, along with 5 cents and United States of America. Above the building, the phrase E pluribus unum reminds us of the nation's motto, out of many, one. Together, these details create a timeless tribute to Jefferson and his legacy. While millions of 1957 nickels were minted, there are rare versions of this coin that can fetch an incredible price. Let's dive into what makes some of these coins so valuable. What makes certain 1957 nickels stand out among the millions? The answer lies in special minting conditions and rare errors that occurred during production. Let's break down some key features that can make a 1957 nickel highly desirable and valuable. Full steps designation. One of the most sought-after characteristics for Jefferson nickels is what collectors call the full steps designation. The steps on Monticello are notoriously difficult to strike with full detail, so finding a 1957 nickel with clearly defined, unbroken steps is a rare and valuable discovery. Full steps nickels show Monticello's steps in perfect clarity, with no interruptions or soft spots. If you have a 1957 nickel in pristine condition with full steps, it could be worth a small fortune. Minting errors. Another factor that can increase the value of a 1957 nickel is minting errors. These can include off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, or double die errors, which create a doubling effect on the date, lettering, or other details. Double die errors are especially appealing to collectors since they give the coin a unique look that stands out from standard issues. Die cracks and clashes. Some 1957 nickels also feature die cracks or die clashes. Die cracks appear as thin lines on the coin, the result of a damaged die, while die clashes occur when the dies collide without a coin blank between them, imprinting design elements from one side onto the other. These types of errors are a favorite among collectors looking for rare and distinctive coins. Mint marks. The 1957 nickel was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from Denver bear a D mint mark, while Philadelphia minted coins have no mark. Depending on the mint location and the coin's condition, either of these variations can attract collector interest, especially when the coin is well preserved or has notable features like full steps or a minting error. Condition is crucial when it comes to determining the value of any collectible coin. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition, those that haven't been touched by human hands, are far more valuable than those that have seen regular use. When examining a 1957 nickel, pay close attention to its details. Are the letters and numbers clear and sharp? Are there scratches or blemishes? The clearer and more pristine the coin, the higher its value will be. If you think you have a 1957 nickel in exceptional condition, it may be worth having it professionally graded by services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A high grade on a well-preserved 1957 nickel can increase its market value significantly, especially if it has the full steps designation or rare minting errors. Collectors are drawn to the 1957 nickel for many reasons, including its historical significance, timeless design, and the possibility of rare minting errors. The Jefferson nickel series has a long and respected history, and the 1957 edition holds a special place in that legacy. Coins from this era represent a time of post-war prosperity and optimism in America, making them highly desirable among numismatists. The challenge of finding a 1957 nickel with full steps or unique minting errors only adds to its appeal. For collectors, discovering one of these rare coins is like uncovering a piece of American history that's survived against the odds. Wondering if you might have a valuable 1957 nickel in your collection? Here are some tips to help you identify a potential. Examine the steps on Monticello. Carefully check the steps on Monticello to see if they're fully visible. If they're clearly defined and show no signs of wear, you may have a full steps nickel, a highly sought-after feature. Check for minting errors. Look closely at the date, lettering, and other design elements for signs of doubling, misalignment, or other unusual features. Errors like these can add significant value. Evaluate the coin's condition. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition are worth much more than heavily circulated ones. If your coin looks crisp and untouched, you could be in luck. Look for the mint mark. Find out if your coin was minted in Philadelphia or Denver. While either version can be valuable, certain collectors may prefer coins from specific mints. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to have a 1957 nickel with the full steps designation in mint condition, or one with a rare error like a double die or off-center strike, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $45,000. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for a 5-cent coin. Who would have thought that something as simple as a nickel could be worth so much? So, if you have a stash of old coins or come across a 1957 nickel, take a closer look. It could be far more valuable than you ever imagined. Top 2, we're spotlighting a humble piece of American history that you might have jingling around in your pocket, a United States 5-cent coin from 1972. That's right, we're talking about the 1972 nickel, a seemingly ordinary coin that, under the right conditions, could be worth a small fortune. Stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal just how much this little coin could fetch if it meets the right criteria. Let's dive in. Let's take a step back in time to 1972. The early 70s were a period of change in the United States, both socially and economically. The Vietnam War was winding down, NASA was preparing for future space exploration after the Apollo missions, and the American economy was experiencing shifts that would soon lead to inflation. Amid these significant events, the U.S. Mint continued its production of the Jefferson nickel, a coin that had been a staple in American currency since 1938. The 1972 nickel is part of the long-running Jefferson series, designed by artist Felix Schlag. This series was introduced to honor Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the third president of the United States. Jefferson's portrait on the nickel symbolizes the values of freedom, innovation, and growth. For collectors, each Jefferson nickel represents a piece of America's ongoing journey, and rare coins like the 1972 nickel with certain errors or unique characteristics have captured the attention of numismatists everywhere. Let's take a closer look at this classic design. The obverse, or front, side of the 1972 nickel features a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson. Above Jefferson's head are the words, "In God We Trust," a phrase that serves as a reminder of American values. On the left side, you'll see the word "Liberty" in the year 1972 on the right side, which is, of course, the year this coin was minted. This iconic design has become instantly recognizable to people across the country. On the reverse, or back, side, we see Jefferson's beloved estate, Monticello, one of the most beautiful examples of American architecture. This image shows Monticello with the word Monticello below it, along with 5 cents and United States of America. Above Monticello, you'll find the phrase "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many one." which reflects the unity of the American people. Together, these elements make the 1972 nickel a beautifully designed piece of history. But while millions of these nickels were minted, only a select few hold the key to a much higher value. Let's explore what makes some 1972 nickels stand out from the rest. What exactly makes certain 1972 nickels so valuable? Well, it's all about rare features and minting errors that occurred during production. Here's what to look for. Full steps designation. One of the rarest and most valuable characteristics of any Jefferson nickel is known as the full steps designation. When a coin is graded as having full steps, it means that Monticello's steps on the reverse side are sharply defined and complete. Achieving a full steps grade is rare, as the steps are often weakly struck or worn down due to circulation. Coins with the full steps designation are in high demand among collectors and can be worth a significant amount more than regular nickels. Double die errors. Some 1972 nickels feature double die errors, which occur when the coin design is accidentally struck twice, creating a doubling effect. This can happen on various parts of the coin, such as the date, letters, or other design elements. Double die errors are popular among collectors since they give the coin a unique, almost ghosted appearance that makes it stand out from standard issues. Die cracks and clashes. Another type of minting error that can increase a coin's value is die cracks or die clashes. Die cracks appear as thin, raised lines on the coin, caused by cracks in the die during the minting process. Die clashes occur when the dies used to strike the coin come together without a blank in between, causing design elements from one side to appear faintly on the other. These types of errors add character and rarity to a coin, making it more appealing to collectors. No mint mark or rare mint mark varieties. The 1972 nickel was minted in both Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. Coins from certain mints, or coins that lack a mint mark when they should have one, can sometimes be more valuable due to collector demand. It's worth checking to see if your coin has any unusual mint mark features, as this could make it a desirable find. Condition is everything when it comes to determining the value of collectible coins. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition, those that have never been used in everyday transactions, are significantly more valuable than those that show signs of wear. When examining a 1972 nickel, pay close attention to the details. Are the letters and numbers clear and sharp? Are there any scratches or marks? The clearer and more pristine the coin, the higher it's valued. If you believe you have a 1972 nickel in exceptional condition, it may be worth having it professionally graded by services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A high-grade 1972 nickel, especially one with the full steps designation or a rare error, can increase in market value exponentially. Collectors are drawn to the 1972 nickel for its combination of historical significance, classic design, and the possibility of rare minting errors. The Jefferson Nickel series is one of the longest-running coin series in American history, making each variation a small piece of the country's cultural heritage. Coins from this era remind collectors of the United States' journey and changes, adding sentimental value alongside their collectible worth. The challenge of finding a 1972 nickel with full steps, a double die error, or a die crack makes it even more appealing. For numismatists, finding one of these rare coins is like discovering a hidden gem that has survived against the odds uninterrupted. You might have a full steps nickel, which is a highly sought-after feature. Examine the coin's date, letters, and design for any signs of doubling. Double die errors give the coin a unique appearance and are especially valuable to collectors. Carefully examine both sides of the coin for any unusual lines or marks, which could indicate a die crack or clash. These types of errors can add value to your coin. Verify the mint mark. The 1972 nickel was produced in Philadelphia and Denver. Look for a D mint mark for Denver or check for no mint mark for Philadelphia. Certain mint marks, or the lack of a mark when expected, could add to the coin's rarity. And now, for the big reveal. If you happen to have a 1972 nickel with the full steps designation, a rare minting error like a double die, or a pristine, high-grade version, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $35,000. That's right, $35,000 for a single 5-cent coin. It's incredible to think that a small, everyday nickel could hold such value. So, if you have a collection of old coins or happen to come across a 1972 nickel, take a closer look. You might be holding onto a little piece of history that's worth far more than its face value. Top 3, we're exploring a surprising and unique find, the 1978 United States 5-cent coin. Yes, that's right. This humble nickel might be worth a lot more than its face value. Stick around to find out how this seemingly common coin could be hiding a significant value, and how one of these could end up worth a stunning $38,000. Let's start with a bit of history. In 1978, the United States was experiencing a time of change and uncertainty. Jimmy Carter was president, and America was grappling with issues like economic stagnation, rising inflation, and energy crises. Amidst all these challenges, everyday items like the nickel, the US 5-cent coin, were produced in the millions, seemingly ordinary but unknowingly holding value for the future. The U.S. Mint issued the 1978 nickel as part of their regular coinage, meant to be used in everyday transactions and often overlooked. Yet, this unassuming coin has a unique story. Although it was produced in large numbers, very few examples from this year have survived in pristine condition due to the widespread use and circulation of nickels. Finding one today in near-perfect condition is rare, and that rarity has made the 1978 US 5-cent piece a sought-after item in the world of coin collecting. Let's take a closer look at the design of this coin and why it appeals to so many collectors. The 1978 US 5-cent coin features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, or head side, with his calm and thoughtful expression that's been a part of the nickel design since 1938. Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the third president, is a symbol of the nation's principles of democracy, freedom, and intellectual pursuit. On the reverse, or tails side, we see Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate. This classic American landmark reflects his legacy and passion for architecture and innovation. The design of the 5-cent coin hasn't changed much over the decades, but each minting year carries slight differences in detail that make each coin unique. For collectors, these subtle design features, along with minting variations and even errors, create opportunities to find rare versions, including those from 1978.so. What makes the 1978 US 5-cent coin so desirable for collectors? It's all about rarity and condition. Coins like this one from over 40 years ago are increasingly hard to find in excellent condition. The majority of these nickels have been in circulation for decades, gathering wear and tear from pocket to pocket and cash register to cash register. Collectors are particularly interested in uncirculated coins, those that haven't experienced the usual scratches, marks, and tarnish of circulation. When a 1978 5-cent coin is found in pristine, uncirculated condition, it immediately attracts interest and can command a significant premium in the market. And if there's a unique characteristic, like an error from the minting process, its value could increase even more. And speaking of special characteristics, some 1978 nickels may have slight variations or minting errors that make them exceptionally rare. Mint errors can include things like doubling in the text or images, off-center strikes, or variations in the metal composition. These error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they are one-of-a-kind pieces that stand out from the regular minting process. Imagine finding a 1978 nickel that was struck a little off-center, or one with double text on Monticello or Jefferson. These unique errors make the coin incredibly desirable and can multiply its value. Collectors love these anomalies because they tell a unique story and showcase the complex process of coin minting. The value of the 1978 US 5-cent coin has continued to grow in recent years, driven by collectors who appreciate its history, rarity, and unique design. Coins from the 1970s are now over 40 years old, and every year, fewer of these coins remain in top condition. As these coins become rarer and more collectible, their market value continues to rise. Collectors know that finding a 1978 nickel in uncirculated or error condition is increasingly rare, making it a prized addition to any collection. The value of these coins has risen sharply as collectors compete to secure one for themselves. So, if you're lucky enough to own one of these coins, you might be holding on to something far more valuable than you realize. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Just how much could this small, seemingly ordinary 1978 5-cent coin be worth if it's in uncirculated condition or features a rare minting error? Believe it or not, a well-preserved 1978 US 5-cent coin could reach an impressive $38,000. That's right, $38,000 for a single nickel. Who knew that a simple coin from your pocket change could hold so much potential value? If you're a collector or have an old jar of coins lying around, now's the time to go through them. You might just discover a hidden gem worth a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future treasure discoveries.